Hi, and welcome to the wonderful mess that is the interior of my car. So, bit of a backstory first. Recently returned from a road trip through the Dolomites, and during that road trip I was getting some troubles with the GPS. It just kept losing signal, only getting it back temporarily every once in a while. I've been having this trouble ever since the new MMI got installed, but not really frequently. It would lose signal for about a day or so every once in a while. But now it got really bad, and to the point where that it actually lost signal for the last time on the way to Ringmeet, to the Nürburgring, and just wouldn't get any satellites back afterwards. So now we're in the troubleshooting stage. What I did was, well, the easiest thing I could do is you went on eBay and got another antenna, and today it arrived. So this is it. It's got it's just a GPS antenna because the unit is old enough to not use any GLONASS or Galileo stuff, so it's GPS only. I'm gonna look at a standard connector over here, and enough cable to probably hook it up to shark fin, which as you can see does not exist on my car because, of course, the car did not come with a GPS antenna from the factory. So what I need to do now is, I already fished the GPS antenna, the old one. It was stored here, so all it technically had to do was go through some plastic and some gloss, basically. I fished it out. Don't know why really, because if this doesn't work I'll just have to put it back again. But anyway, fished it out, plug this one in, and we'll see where we are. Alright, so here's the GPS antenna in the position of where the shark fin would be. Just hooked up like that. Have the MMI on. If I hit this button... Oh!
Navigation is not active.
We have 9 satellites. That's more than I've ever seen so far. Oh, lordy loo. Here we go, map. Yep, that is exactly where we are located. Alright, so this is excellent news. So what I'll have to do now... Thank you. What I have to do now is fish out this old antenna, get the cable from through I think it's this cable here. I need to pull it out from the central console and then route the new antenna in. Then afterwards I'll do a test what the signal's like if the antenna's still here, because now it is in the most optimum position on the roof. We'll see how that performs once it's in there, and if it's a bit iffy, my next idea is to actually continue the routing. I need to probably remove this and go through this little cable sleeve and into the housing of the driver mirror. But that is a potential part 2 of the video of this project, if we ever get that far. Right, so I couldn't find any piece of string to guide the wire with, so I found this disused power brick and used its wire. I attached it to the old antenna and pulled the cable along with it, and now I attached it to the new antenna, and I'll do the same thing in reverse. So I have the antenna wired behind the dash and into the MMI. And hopefully in 5 minutes this will all be assembled. And click. And there we are, assembled. We got GPS signal. Oh, by the way, this is the green engineering screen. You have to enable it via OBD, and then you access it by holding setup in car for a few seconds, and it'll turn on, and you got basically a lot of stuff that makes absolutely no sense to me. But if you go to nav, GPS, and sat info, you get GPS fix. 3 means good. 1 is bad. 2 is okay. HDOP, PDOP, VDOP, I think that is accuracy in different coordinates. And the lower the number, the better it is. Use satellites, visible satellites, that's pretty much self-explanatory. 5 is okay, I guess. I'm gonna go for a bit of a drive and see if that number changes, if it's low just because I'm right in front of my house and I'm completely blocking that part. But yeah, this looks to have been a success. Everything is back together as it should be. There's no wires loose, there's nothing rattling, I hope. Anyway, so yeah, I mended something! Alright, a bit of an addendum. So, went for a bit of a ride to the shop, to the bakery, to the post office. Picked up a Raspberry Pi, so maybe a video coming up on that if I get it to work. We started off with 5 visible satellites, and it did dip a bit during the built-up areas, which was, I guess, kind of to be expected. But in open areas, it stabilized at 8 visible satellites with 1 peak of 10, which is unbelievable. I've never seen anything like that from this vehicle. So I think that for this little trip, I think the average, I kept the engineering menu up at all times. I think the average was about 6, maybe 7, which is good, as that's about the highest I've ever seen before with the old antenna. So yeah, now I'm a bit torn, because this is good enough for the application that it's in. The accuracy is good enough to not merit any sort of extra surgery on the car to move the antenna into a more viable position. So I'll be keeping an eye on it. If I have issues with accuracy or signal, then maybe we'll do that. But as it stands now, problem solved.